Is there a stigma? I think there is. I think there is still. I think it's getting a lot better. I think that with the growth of education and availability with things like the internet, and there's many more documentaries out there. There are lots of famous people coming out and discussing their issues, writing books. There's tons of books on Amazon and in Barnes and Noble. So there's a lot more opportunity to understand it, and I think that's helping for people to accept and just have a clearer idea of what's going on and that it exists. But I do still think that there's a stigma. I think that there are plenty of people out there who think it's not real. It's the problem with something like depression is we all feel a little depressed sometimes. We all get bummed out. It rains on our prom, or our boyfriend breaks up with us and we feel down, but that's not clinical depression. That's just a version of feeling depressed. So I think people misunderstand the fact that it's way greater than that, and it's a very real thing. I think the biggest evidence that a stigma still exists is that we are required to hold everything that we know about our patients private, and no one's allowed to know through your insurance company or anything else if you have a mental health issue, because no one's allowed to check. It's basically something that's supposed to be private because people judge. Employers can look you up. They can, if they were to see, and they might discriminate against you if they were worried about having someone who was depressed. So I think mental health is protected because we don't want people to be judged based on those things, because I think there is a stigma. I think you make assumptions. When you hear someone's bipolar, you don't necessarily think great things, even if you don't understand what it is. So I definitely think there's still a stigma.